Been asked to slot in a left-back position today, John Milan Singh, which is rather interesting.
Very unusual. It's just what I was looking at there. I looked at the number and almost in disbelief, but there we have it. Chance for Redpool as well tonight. He's not played a great deal lately. And here is the interim coach, Khalid Jamil, born in Kuwait, but did win 4 caps as a player for India. One to chase here, and very much so as well, and into the area he will go. Is this the start now? Save made. Is there a follow-up? Yes, there is. It's wide of the mark. Should have been an opening goal there. Hyderabad, what a chance.
And what a start to the game that would have been within the first minute. Pawan Kumar doing just enough to stand up big and strong, but how often when we see Marcelinho get in behind here, does he miss? It's not that often. Keeper did ever so well there, but the follow-up, well, wasn't the greatest follow-up, was it?
No, I was banking on Marcelinho there to rattle the net with that one. And what would have been his 6th goal of the season, and he has scored a hat-trick against this opposition in the past. In Delhi days. Well, that certainly should have been 1-0.
No question about that, John.
He'll get other chances, I'm sure, but certainly a bright start to this game. Hyderabad are so used to conceding first, it would make such a difference to them. The last match they did score first, to be fair, but that was a rarity.
Yeah, but just couldn't hold on, could they?
Marcelinho again, and he makes that look a little more theatrical than probably it was. A foul by Apuya.
Yeah, there's the contact, then watch what happens. Whoop, just throws himself forwards. There is contact, it is a free kick, but there's no need to dive like that. This was the chance just a moment ago, though. He cuts across and uses his pace there to get in front of Nimdorji. Just couldn't finish it off.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper merely stuck out a right hand to keep the ball away. Chance here at the back stick, Adil Khan, and they do have a goal. No, it's going to be disallowed. Well, poor Adil Khan, in the last match he hit a post from an almost identical situation in the first 5 minutes. Now he's hit the net and it's still not going to count for him.
Oh, well, be interesting to see the replay. If he had strayed into an offside position. Yes, he was.
Well, it's a really bright beginning from Hyderabad. If only they'd started in matches like this before.
Try every single match where they've had a goal disallowed, they've had a one-on-one with the keeper, and haven't finished it off. They should be 2-0 up.
Katimani in goal for Hyderabad today at the age of 30 now. Born in Goa, of course, and played for Goa for a long time. And Marcelinho there, the skipper, should have been on the score sheet. Adil Khan thought he was.
It's going to be tough for North East. I think it's going to be a long 90 minutes for them. They are going to have to try and batten down the hatches.
This one is cut out routinely. Straight to Milan Singh, as we said, he's featuring down the left-hand side just for a change. With Rampur crossing the centre. Decent long ball here though, and it's just ushered further out to the flank, and then a good telling run. Can he make it tell with the cross? Strong challenge, corner kick, good run there from Nintoy.
Great challenge from Sahil though, wasn't it? Nintoy was just about to whip that across the face of goal, and he was ahead of him as well. Had to get that challenge spot on, did Sahil. Good defending.
Yeah, Sahil needs a good game, we feel. The last match he was really tested. Could well have had a red card in it. He did get a yellow. Pull short. First real chance for North East this, and then he manages to backheel the ball straight out of play.
Just got stuck right under his feet there, didn't it? We don't see that often from Gallego.
Gallego, the Uruguayan, skippering the side tonight, signed from a team in Montevideo called Boston River. Here it is once again. And once Marcelinho had gone beyond him, you fancied him. As I said, the goalkeeper just simply stood there and made his body big.
Well, he's forced Marcelinho to make the decision.
They're off again here now. I talked about a positive start. They've had one disallowed. Well, it shows they've been working hard on the practice ground since the last match, which was a 1-1 draw with Jamshedpur.
Yeah, you can see him right to death. It killed them, didn't it? It really did kill them.
Yeah, Summit passing with the goal in, what was it, about the 92nd minute, and they'd led from, well, fairly early on, but in the first half, certainly. Stankovic has begun this move, which has continued with Colasso. Nice to see him get a start again. Liston Colasso on loan from Goa, where he had restricted opportunities, but then they are top of the league. Adilkar. Oh, nice stuff this, and again it's Marcelinho. And the keeper's made 2 saves from the Brazilian already.
I just wonder if Marcelinho couldn't have taken that a little bit closer and then slotted it rather than went with power from the edge of the box. Or is that the confidence that's just slightly got to him? Could have had another touch. Good save though.
Well, they're very much on top here, Hyderabad, and they're fine in the penalty area. Good tricky run. He's not going to squeeze one, is he? Like last night. Like Boomer was an incredible goal, wasn't it? Right along the goal line.
Yeah, it was. Great touch there from Marcelinho. Gets it out of his feet. I don't think he caught it as well as he would have liked. You'll see here. Good save in the end.
7 minutes played. Stankovic corner. The Austrian in-swinger. Again, they'll be looking for Adilkar, and it is Marcelinho. His 3rd chance already, maybe. Adilkar again. This one is thumped off a defender. It's back into the mix again. They simply can't get rid of it. Here they come once again with Suvic. Well, this has been an absolutely rip-roaring start from Hyderabad.
I think we said, didn't we, John? It's either going to be a 0-0 or the game will be open. And I think Hyderabad are coming to the party here. Great footwork here from Marcelinho, jinking and skipping past the challenges. I think Adil then should really have just hung that up at the far post. Shankar was in there, could have gone on the end of things.
Even Suvic.
And there's still more pressure to defend now.
The referee in your picture there, by the way, is Pratik Mundal. And it's a Marcelino free kick. We know he scored twice direct from free kicks during this campaign. Always fancies his chances.
Well, one was against goal, wasn't it, where the wall just disintegrated and allowed it to go straight through. Let's see if he's got a little bit more guile today.
Stankovic there as well, but it is Marcelinho. It's kept out beneath the crossbar fairly comfortably by Pawan Kumar.
There it is. Well, just a little clip. That was a little clip as well, and well, made hard work of it, Pawan, didn't he?
He did. Adil Khan's defensive work now. Katimani away. Now the trend is for goalkeepers to clear with their feet these days to a defender and not just to lump it down the field, as always used to be the case going back a long time.
Time and a place for everything, John. There really is.
That's another run on here, another possibility, and he's past the defender. Big chance for Hyderabad to score this time. Still they can't register. Well, the opportunity was there with the break down the right from Mohamed Yasser.
Liston was all on his own at the far post there. If he could just have rolled that across the 6-yard box, it would have been a 6-yard tap-in.
Well, you said there could have been 2 up, there could have been 3 or 4 up, but this beginning that they've made, you could, oh, and here they come once again. He'll keep this one in play. Colasso, has he hit it a bit too far, Liston? No, he's got the pullback again, and the keeper's got his hand on it again. It's one-way traffic.
It really is. Here it is again, you watch. Mohamed Yasser just skips past the challenge. Look at the far post. Look at the far post. He's tried to cut it back inside for Marcelinho. He rolls that across the 6-yard box. It's a simple goal. Wrong choice there from Mohamed Yasser.
Yeah, as I always say, it's an easy game up here, mind you. When you're racing at that pace down the pitch, you've got to keep the equilibrium. I think that's the word.
Yeah, but you've got to look, John. You've got to be aware. You've got to know. You've got to sense. You know players should be in certain areas. If you put the ball there and they're not there, you have a go at them, because that's where you should be.
Stankovic. There's a confidence about Hyderabad that's obviously been missing all season. Confidence only comes from results. And they didn't play badly in the last game against Jamshedpur at all, but you somehow knew they were going to get caught right at the end. Well done to Goa, FC Goa, table toppers, and the keeper. Made a complete hash of it, and this time they simply have to score. And look at some of the heads going down. Liston Colasso accepts the gift. Hyderabad take the lead they deserve, but not in that fashion, surely.
I mean, it's unbelievable goalkeeping again, isn't it? And I know we're talking about errors defensively, but Pawan has to deal with that. Won't phase that young man. His first Hero ISL goal. Came on loan and has made that move permanent now. But look, he's just closed down. It's a lovely ball, just dinked over the top. But why doesn't the keeper just put his foot through the ball? Nestor it is that saw the run of Liston. And I tell you, John, I do believe even you would have scored that goal, John.
It's grotesque, I'm afraid. It's gone straight between his legs there. Well, Pavan Kumar playing ahead of Subhashish Roy Chowdhury. There's a pat on the back for the coach. A pat on the back for Liston Colasso, because he's done his job. He's put the ball into an empty net. Well, he was close to a debut goal against Bengaluru. Now he's got a goal that he does deserve, but I bet he can't believe his luck. Interesting now how North East react, and here they do react. They go into the area. Didn't quite happen for him. But I did notice one or two players in red shirts, their heads just dropped at the sight of that goal. Oh, they made another mistake here. It's another horrible mistake of Marcelinho to make it 2 in 2. Whatever Liston Colasso can do, Marcelinho can do too. Just give him a chance like that, and easy.
Well, it wasn't the first attempt, was it? But they saw there, he took his time this time, and he wanted the goalkeeper to commit himself, and that's exactly what Pawan Kumar did. He went to ground far too early. It's Milan Singh. You feel for Milan. He's not a left back. He's tried to play that to keep possession, but giving it away. Marcelinho almost overruns the ball, but that in itself gets Pawan committed, which means Marcelinho, with the simple, deftest of touches, can just flick it over the top of him and finally get his goal.
It was almost too cute. It was almost too easy for him, wasn't it? And as you say, I had a horrible feeling he was going to make a hash of it just then. But anyway, it's goal number 6 of Marcelinho's season, and he's done to North East what he's done before.
North East need to sort themselves out very, very quickly, or it could get embarrassing. It could get very embarrassing for them.
Might just not even now. We did see 3 in about 6 minutes in Kerala recently, didn't we? Just before half-time for Chennai. And it's threatening to be something similar here. There's the pull-back. It's away. They are under duress. Colossal stress for this North East side now. And surely the way this game is going, Hyderabad have got to get their first away win of the season. Oh, another horrible mistake. And Marcelinho, keeper's kept it out this time. This could have been 6.
It's like being in the playground at school watching kids play, because they're disorganised, North East. They're just, every time Hyderabad get the ball, they're just going at them all the time. There's some good passing, some good movement from Hyderabad. But like I said, John, North East need to sort themselves out very, very quickly.
I broke out into a cold sweat. Look at this. Look at this. Marcelinho. Oh, Stankovic over the top. I've lost count of shooting opportunities. I think there was a statistic before the start of this game about how few shooting opportunities both these sides have had. Hyderabad must have had 8 shots in 15 minutes.
It's unbelievable. They're just relentless, aren't they? 7, I think it is, John. Or that's the 9th shot. So I missed one out somewhere. What you said, I mean, that's an attempt every less than 90 seconds.
I think if I was one of those 4 North East substitutes, I might be hiding behind the bench. You wouldn't fancy coming on in this, would you? Well, they've got to get something back here, and something quickly. It's going to be offside. They are deflated.
It doesn't rain, does it? It pours. You can see when you try and go forwards and you stray into an offside position. Well, Stankovic should have a little bit more quality here. He's just slightly got underneath that rather than getting over the top of it and drilling it into the goal area. At least hit the target. Marco should know better.
Well, it's certainly boosted Hyderabad's goal difference anyway, hasn't it? They've scored 18 times now this season, so they're back down to -20, which should be pleasing for them. But North East United have now conceded 25 and they're -12. But they are on an attack here. Let's see if they can pull one back. It would boost their confidence no end. And no foul this time on Martin Chavez, according to the officials. North East have just looked totally disorganised defensively. And of course, when the goalkeeper made the mistake like that, that knocks the confidence straight away, doesn't it?
It's going to sound quite bizarre, but if you're struggling in that back line, you should ask Keogh to go and play there for a game.
They keep losing the ball in key areas, and now Stankovic has got a huge gap to fire the ball into. That's a poor attempt. That's a really poor attempted ball over there, looking to find Nesta. Tomorrow, well, that's a pretty big game. Mumbai City against Chennai, to say the least.
I like that pretty big game. It's the biggest game of the season, John. It really is, because it could give us our 4th place team, or it could go down to the wire. It all depends on what Mumbai do, and it all depends on what Chennai do.
Well, it's Mumbai's last chance, of course. It's their 18th game. Chennai do have one match after that, and that's here. So they've still got 2 bites at the cherry, if you like. What they don't want is a draw, because that could even open the door to Odisha. Very unlikely, but it could happen if it was a draw tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Stankovic. I think this is an ideal situation for him. Prides himself on his passing. And here we have the possession stat, which shows that Hyderabad are well on top. And they've underlined that with 2 goals, but I do have to repeat that they were gifted. One with a mistake from the goalkeeper, the second from a pass out of defence straight to the goal scorer. This one is back with the goalkeeper, whose nerves will be just a little bit shredded. Alan Kumar, he's 29 now. It's only his 2nd appearance of the season. He had a year with Chennai, but never made a first-team appearance for them.
He's switched Milan Singh to right back now, so he's made a tactical change already.
It's too long. Katimani will grab it and hurl it out. It's down to the older players, isn't it? You know, the Gallegos and the Keoghs here to try and lift the spirits of their side, keep them going. They know they've had a horrible start. Marcelino could have had a hat-trick already. Oh, and another error here. Queuing up this time. Well, the keeper has redeemed himself partly here with the save from Nesta.
Good save, that.
Yeah,
that's
good save.
Very, very good save. Nesta had the options. I think it was Stankovic that was running again in front of him. Totally mistimed there by Regan.
Scored his first goal in the last game, Nesta. And that was a good one. And that was arrowed towards the top of the net.
Not a million miles away.
I've got to say, the keeper's made 1 howler, but he's also kept out 2 others at least. One very early from this man, Marcelino. I only think Adil Khan's had a goal ruled out as well. This one's going to be round about the penalty area. Big men up for it. And a big boot dispatches the ball long. And Chavez, he could make a gallop through the middle and get one back here, but has he got the pace? No, and they can't beat the keeper either. Martin Chavez, the Uruguayan there, beats the turf in despair. This is a mistake-laden game.
We always said it would be, John. It was either going to be horribly tight and no one wanted to give anything, or it was just going to be open.
5 shots, Marcelinho, in 20 minutes.
That came in the first 15 minutes, John. Yeah.
It is the most we've seen all season by any single player.
After just 15 minutes, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It is. Sure, I sound like one of the Chuckle brothers tonight. There's nearly another error there. Keogh was looking to pounce on it. It's a shame Matt Kilgallen isn't playing, by the way. He and Keogh grew up in the Leeds United youth team together.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, all these years on. Marcelinho giving the man the run around. There's a full stretch there to keep the ball away just for the time being. And then Yasser couldn't get in a second time. This is one of those nights where the coaches will be absolutely tearing their hair out. Chavez. He's just had a big chance, and he's confronted by Adel. He rolls it to Keogh. Keogh can spear the ball out to his right side. Possible hit back here for North East United, and it's, well, that almost looks like it come back off the net, but it's driven in by Nintoy, and this will be an interesting replay, I fancy.
Yeah, just dropped the shoulder, created that yard for himself. It's well wide though. Well, you can see it's hit that top of the net in there. Here's the mistake from Pujari, but this is the difference. Chavez hasn't got blistering pace, because look at the ground. Pujari just eats it back off him, doesn't he? And puts enough of a challenge in to ensure that Chavez couldn't get a clean strike on it.
Yeah, without being cruel, that's probably one of the drawbacks for a 21-year-old who hasn't got searing pace. He never got a first-team appearance with his Uruguayan club. Yasser, top speed man so far tonight, just ahead of Nim. There's another break on down the left here yet again. Trouble is, sometimes they start queuing up. Everybody wants to get in on the action, and Stankovic is this time. He's 2 to aim at, and goes for goal himself, and it flew across the face.
I think he wants to score tonight.
Yeah, he's almost getting greedy. He should have scored earlier.
He's bombing on, and he's getting in front of the striker all the time. Nice little run in behind there. Poor defending, but he's just hit that completely wrong. He's tried to bend it, and he's hit under the ball and through it, so he took it away from goal.
North East turn. Yeah, it's like, you have a go, we'll have a go. A Keogh header. Wide. I don't know what the record is for the most attempts on goal in a match in Hero ISL history, but we can't be far off it.
I think we've been up around. There was a game. I think it was Curler Blasters were involved in it as well. I think there was about 38 chances. But we'll find that one out, John.
Oh, we've got the people here. Yeah. Oh, Stato's the man.
Stato, you know what we want.
Loving that already, won't he?
Yeah.
Great researcher. Beginning to open up again here in the Hyderabad defence, and we do know they've never kept a clean sheet this season, and they might not keep one here. It is Keogh. He's probably getting a first for it now, and it is a Keogh cross. Oh, how on earth has that not gone into the net? Chavez there is 2 yards in front of goal. Keogh has found him, and he's not found the net. Doesn't have it. You'd have sworn you were going to shout goal there. It's an incredible contest, is this? No offside flag. Keep going.
Well, we've seen a dancer, we've seen Jace Rani, and now we've seen Chavez.
Yeah.
With what could be a miss of the season.
Let's have a look at it. It's got to be. This is Keogh, look. He tees it up, doesn't he? Beautifully. Well, he's got to score. What do you feel? So I'll give a bit of credit to the defender, I suppose, who's got that there, Nikhil Pujari. Oh, he's just put him off, hasn't he?
But why hasn't Chavez dived in there? If he dives in with his head, Pujari doesn't get anywhere near the ball. But that's been brave again. What a chance that was. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Keogh's come on quite strongly in the last few minutes. He's looking for his first goal. Padler, the most attempts in a match has been 32. Well, I'd like to know, we're well on the way.
We are well on the way. Does that go down as an attempt? Because there was a little bit of contact on the ball.
That's the rearranged fixture, of course, to be played here in Guwahati. Both Bengaluru and against Pune. 32 attempts.
Not bad.
No. Sahil just feeling the back.
So that's one team. So now we've got to find out in a match the most number of attempts, because North East are having attempts here. That's just one team.
Well, multiplied by 3, we've got 1 a minute.
Near enough impossible.
Yeah.
Must be.
Yeah. Sale Panel is still off the field of play, by the way, as you can see on that far side. Has to await permission from the referee to return, having required treatment. As Katimani puts boot to ball. There's Liston, who's got the first goal. I've not seen much of him since, funnily enough, but he is second on the sprint list tonight behind Chavez. Well, Chavez has featured prominently, hasn't he, already? Should have scored 1, maybe 2. Well, do you wonder we love football? You just never know what to expect, do you? You turned up this evening not having a clue what was going to happen in this match, and it's not let us down in the slightest. Been thoroughly engaging, partly because of the mistakes that both sides are making, but football was all about that. Most goals do come from mistakes. Decent one, and now Chavez. You've got to keep his confidence, Chavez, hasn't he? I think he's a decent little player, probably, but he's been involved in a couple of misses already, which he would normally have gobbled up, you would have thought. 27 minutes gone, North East 0, Hyderabad 2, and there's one of the goal scorers, Marcelinho. Could have scored in the opening 2 minutes. Winner of the Golden Boot, of course, in ISL 3, Marcelinho. He's always had a capability for scoring. Well, you can see this man is back on. Sahil, and fit enough. But he's now got to go darting back. The ball is just kept in. Won by Subic. Back by Stankovic. I wonder if it's going to settle down a bit now. It sometimes happens that, doesn't it? You have an absolutely crazy spell, and then it goes quiet for no reason at all. Suddenly decide we've had enough of the fun. So there we have the attempts so far. 3 from North East and 13 from Hyderabad. Who do you think's on top? And yet North East could have equalised by now.
Quite easily with the chances they had. One-on-ones. You've got to turn around. Chavez guilty as charged.
Twice. Through the middle on one, and from the cross from Keogh from the other. Adil Khan. Seems ages ago since he found the net and had it ruled out. Coming up to 8 o'clock in the evening here in India, and perfect conditions for football. Nice little chip, doesn't quite find the in-running Marcelinho this time though. Another disappointing campaign really for North East. They begin each season with such hope, and of course they did reach the playoffs for the first time. But by and large, 8th, 5th, 5th, 10th and 4th it has been till Ilko came along. Stankovic has gone further than anybody so far this evening, 3.9k. He must have been on the treadmill for a couple of days.
I think you can see with his long busting runs forwards that he wants to get on the score sheet, so he's making that a little bit of extra effort today.
That man in your picture could have scored. Stankovic could have scored twice. Marcelinho could have scored at least one more. But we'll settle for it. North East 0, Hyderabad 2. As the goal count continues, of course, we got past the 250 mark in last night's game in Jamshedpur, thanks to Goa. And 46 goals this
coming in this year has really injected a little bit more pace into it. We're seeing more top speeds, more distances, better retention, better quality. These youngsters have had the grounding at the academies that they were, which is why the levels are going up, John.
Yeah, that's a good point. Plus the Krishnas and the Krivillaros. And what about this for a run from Sahil? Oh, just got a touch. Oh! And I thought the goalkeeper was going to let it through his feet again there, although it probably would have missed the net. It was a super run from Sahil Panwar. This goalkeeper's heart is pounding, isn't it?
I'm gobsmacked. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. What's he trying to do? Just pick the ball up. It's not a back pass. It's been a cross. It's hit the lad's leg. Just pick the ball up, man.
We're looking at one another in incredulity.
Subhasish Roy Chidari there with his family, looking on.
Referee comes to have a quick chat with Liston Calasso and Gallego. Hyderabad still on course for getting through a game without conceding a goal on the road. No. Adil Khan will certainly be in there, looking to be on the end of this one. But the breakout on. This is often where we do see goals scored, when one team's committed everybody to attack and then finds themselves on the back foot from a quick break. North East, of course, parted company with Croatian manager Robert Jani after the couple of really disappointing results, and this won't be disappointed. This will be a free kick for them.
I think he's made the
yellow
most
card of the night goes to Nikhil.
I think he's made the most of that, John. We'll see from here. Look, what's a little push? Okay, it's the
follow-up.
Yeah, it's the follow-through.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't see that. I just saw him flying through the air. But it's
Suvic's follow-up that's caught him. But it's the first challenge that got the yellow card for Pujari.
Yep. Didn't look much in it, to be fair. Screams well, though, doesn't he, Chavez?
Yeah, he does. Well, I better be careful what I say. Longer ball up here, and the Uruguayan trying to be involved again. So was Gallego, but the whistle has gone this time, and he's saying, "Me? Was I offside?" Hasn't it really? Yep. I would have said. Not there.
Hit him right on the peck by the looks of it.
12 minutes to half time. North East United 0, Hyderabad 2. North East, of course, at home this year. They've won only once, and that was against Odisha in the very first match of the season for them. Adil Khan can do no more than prod the ball forward. That's okay. They've managed to retain the possession, and it opens up again here. The quality of passing has let Hyderabad down in the last few minutes. It's almost as though they're resting on their laurels, which is an extraordinary thing to say, but 2-0 up away from home. Sold a nice little dummy there. Apuya. Gallego. Keogh. I'm sure he'd love to get his first goal here in the Indian Super League. Chavez. He'll certainly get to the one to keep it into to continue the move. Swinging ball, and it has to be Keogh's first goal in India. And he shows very, very little reaction to it because he knows his team is still in a mess. But Andy Keogh, the 33-year-old Irishman, who got 55 goals in the colours of Perth Glory and many for many a club in England, has his first goal in the colours of North East United.
Very well worked, very well played. Chavez does ever so well to create that yard and whip it into the danger zone. The marking is not there, it's not good enough, and Keogh in the right place at the right time was never going to miss that. Should the keeper, he's only 4.5, 5 yards out from goal, he's stayed rooted to his line, but it's going to give us a cracking game, John. I actually joked when we were doing our rehearsals today, it could be 0-0 or 7-7. It could quite easily be.
Well, it confirms the fact that Hyderabad will not get through the season in a match without conceding a goal. They've conceded in every one of their 18 matches, the first team in ISL history to do that. They're on the front foot again here now, though. There are three forward. I think Chakrabarti's gone for goal here. Yasser rather has gone for goal.
Yeah, yes. Wrong choice, because you saw the run there from Marcelinho. All he had to do was just slip it into him.
Yeah, we hear that 42 is the record number of attempts on goal in a match in Hero ISL.
One of these teams was involved as well, John. They were away at Chennai, I believe.
Chennai it was. So one that had missed me. Look at that, the coach hopping. Chavez involved again here. Well, they've got one back. They might have had two back. They could have been in the lead, strangely enough, having been absolutely torn apart, hung, drawn and quartered in the first 15 minutes. Oh, that's useful as well. It's all, as you said, it's like a schoolyard a bit ago. It's a bit like that. You haven't a clue what's going to happen in there. Here we go again at the other end with Chavez. But it's very watchable, isn't it?
It really is. It's just so exciting.
Yeah. Time seems to stand still amongst the defences sometimes. Stankovic with the pass this time. Then Nesta. Now Stankovic's second time. List and Colasso making a run on the outside, and this time there is some defending.
And the only thing missing from the schoolyard is jumpers for goalposts, John. But it is that open, it's untrue. Lovely ball there, just to split that defence. Liston just couldn't get the ball out of his feet quickly enough.
Now, I wonder if he'd managed to cut it back inside with his right foot, whether it might have been better cut back inside there and have a go with the left. As I said before, easy game from here.
He could have got across Rupert then, and if he'd have done that, contact would have been made. Would that have been a penalty? Nice ball from Nesta though.
Very good. Stankovic has chipped it to himself. We've had everything here, and it will be a goal kick. Chavez working back, but his coach will be pleased about that. But you know, who would be a coach on a night like tonight?
Well, you've still got to go out there, you've still got to give a performance. You owe it to the fans, you owe it to yourselves as professionals to go and give the best account of yourself that you can. And I think what we've seen tonight is, it's just been crazy. It really, really has. It's just two teams that have no inhibitions, that are just really, really trying to play an open game of football.
Yeah, I thought Stankovic had a lot of touches of the ball, and he has. Here they come once again, Hyderabad. They're looking, of course, to, oh, it's Marcelinho. It's the goalkeeper's blocked him off again. They've not won a single point away from home, Hyderabad, yet they could have had 6 goals in this 45 minutes, 40 minutes, 38 minutes.
He should have scored there, Marcelinho.
Yeah, you'd have backed him, wouldn't you? I think Russell Osman, who's not with us tonight, will be absolutely tearing his hair out about the defending. He did the other night, and then when it was 10 times better than this.
I've not seen Russell get that animated at half-time for a long time.
Here they come. It's the Reds' turn. Who wants it? Oh, nobody wants it. That's one of Apulia's poorer contributions. So his team's on the back foot. You're right that they're just slugging. It sounds just like two boxers standing toe-to-toe. Let's have a go. You have a punch, I'll have a punch.
Then that's how this game's been played. Here's that chance again for Marcelinho. Does well, strips Nimdorji for pace yet again, but just couldn't get his foot under that ball enough. If it was on the left side, it'd have been in the back of the net.
Whoopsie daisy. Oh, yellow card for the coach, have you? And he sort of nods in agreement even, yeah. I think it's frustration, isn't it? Just what is going on out there. He kicked a water bottle apparently.
What, and that's a bookable offence?
Well, exactly.
Come on, John.
Well, it's like taking a shirt off, isn't it, for me? But anyway, there you are. That's another subject. Marcelinho on the ball for the umpteenth time, probing. No exaggeration to say he might well have had a hat-trick already in this game.
I tell you, Mohamed Yasser has played quite well as well today. He's been busy and industrious across that front line, trying to link up and work.
There you are, they're listening to you, mates. Yeah, top speed. Yasser 33.3, just ahead of Nim. And Marcelinho third on there. Progress here made by Nesta. Still Nesta. He's been close to a goal as well. I think he fancies this one. It's blocked off first time, not second time. Rattled into the net, and it's another for Liston Colasso. It's 3 for Hyderabad, and surely not going to throw away this chance of getting a first win on the road.
I just think there's more goals to come, John, because the game will just get wider, more open, more expansive, and with the inexperienced North East have on the bench, they could struggle in the second 45 minutes. Well, Liston, he could have had a hat-trick. He's on a hat-trick now, though. Nesta wanted to take it on himself. It's just dropped nicely for Liston, though, who just pulls the trigger from about the penalty spot, and there's enough power and pace to take it past Pawan Kumar in goal.
It's a wonderful night to be a striker, isn't it? He's sending a message maybe to Goa, who are his original employers, and well, he's got 2 tonight, and you're quite right, he could get a hat-trick this evening easily.
He could do.
He has signed permanently now from FC Goa. Well, might be wondering what they've let go, might they? To be fair, when you've just scored 46 goals, you don't need another striker, really, do you?
Well, if you've got the likes of Manveer and Jackie, who's had a fantastic season, you know, you're not going to get a game. I give credit to Liston for saying to the team, I want to go and play football. So he's gone to prove himself somewhere else. So pat on the back there for Liston.
Yep, they took that one nicely as well. Here they come once again. 3-1 is the score. Could have been about 7-3.
It really could be a cricket score.
Mumbai City and Chennai, and I think that will be slightly more competitive, if that's the right word.
Yes, in the sense that it's going to be really physical, it's going to be really, really tough. That could decide who will finish 4th in the Hero ISL.
They're closing up here. But then when they're all pushing up, there might be gaps further afield. Rolled straight out of play.
Oh, Nikhil Pujari there. He's only got to have a touch.
As you said, I think there might just be a few more goals in this one, unless the 2 coaches give them a real stripping down at half-time. Chavez. He's another who could have had a couple of goals himself tonight, and he's in the mix once again. The ball is arrowed towards Keogh. He doesn't get there, and then there's almost a fresh air shot in trying to get the ball back across to Andy Keogh.
I think it was Fana, it was, that tried to strike that goal bound. Shankar doing just enough there. Again, Chavez just looking to try and find Keogh, and there's the air shot.
Liston Colasso then a couple of goals, 3 shots in all, and created a couple of opportunities. We've still got a couple of minutes to go, and you wouldn't bet against another goal in those 2 minutes. As Chavez looks to probe and nudge the ball into the path of Gallego, but only succeeds in giving it to Sahil. But then it is back with North East, and this is going to go out, I think, for the corner. Yes, it is. One last chance in the half of another goal, maybe.
I wouldn't have taken the risk there if I was Katamani, trying to keep it in. If you make a mistake there and you push it the wrong person.
Already taken, a Keogh header wide. How quickly did that happen?
He could have had a hat-trick.
Yeah, he could, absolutely. We could have had 4 hat-tricks in the first half.
If people are just tuning in, they're going to think that we're talking absolute madness. But it has been that way. These opportunities and chances have come, and these aren't half chances. That's a great chance, and for someone like Keogh with his experience, he has got to bury that.
Well, this is why statistically we're keeping you updated on the number of opportunities there have been in this game. It's just extraordinary. One for the defensive coaches to tear their hairs out. Stankovic still on top of that particular poll, ahead of Apulia and Rempulia.
I don't think Javier will be tearing any of his hair out, John, as you can see.
No.
I thought I'd get that one in, sorry.
I allowed you that one. North East 1, Hyderabad 3. 30 seconds remaining in the half. Not much time to add on. There was one slight injury. Hugely entertaining, I have to say.
Unbelievable. But if you know, about 90 seconds ago, you said, I wouldn't bet against another goal being scored before half-time, and you had that gilt-edged opportunity, and it could really have been 3-2 at half-time.
He's let me down. Still just over probably a minute of added time, I would have thought. We'll settle for 4 goals. You know, we love football. I mean, commentators love talking about goals in football matches. That's where we all go, for the entertainment factor. We just enjoy the sight of a ball rippling a net, don't we? And this one is blocked off. The first 10 minutes I thought was absolutely horrific from a North East standpoint defensively. They could have been 5 down in 10 minutes.
Yeah, if you remember, I'd said if they don't sort themselves out, it could be very embarrassing. And to a little bit of credit to them, they steadied the ship, to be fair.
They did. Keo. Yeah, and we said it's the senior players who have to accept that responsibility. Like these two, Gallego here and Keo. Can't get this one through. We're in the 2 added minutes, by the way, here. Oh, wow, bloody challenge this one. Not too sure I like that one. Sahil going in very hard on Rempuya.
I think that might just have been a fair challenge, because the ball was there. You watch, Sahil has gone for the ball. He's just nicked the ball. It's just the collision of the players coming together.
Yeah, just you didn't like the look of it. It was one of those that probably looks worse than it really is. But it's a real coming together, isn't it? A real collision.
Well, when you've got knees going into hips, going into groins, going into thighs, you get dead legs. It does look bad. And that's why I went, ooh, I just felt the impact. I didn't think it was a real bad challenge, because the ball was there and both players were wearing their hearts on their sleeve there, because they were both committed to winning that ball. And in a game like this, with the way that the game is, for that to happen, it's great to see. But Sal's obviously picked up a yellow card for that, and I think he's slightly unfortunate there, John.
Okay, yeah, he got a yellow card in the last match, and so it's nothing new for him. But yeah, now I can see, and we have again the benefit of the replay.
Yeah, we do. But I just like the fact that you had 2 players full-blooded that went in there for that challenge. There's a second to go before half-time, and yet they're both committed to putting that kind of challenge in.
And both yellow cards have gone to Hyderabad players, one to Sahil there, one to Nikhil Pujari.
2 fullbacks.
2 fullbacks, and the last act of the half will be a Gallego free kick, the Uruguayan, trying to make the score 2-3. I think that should ensure that it stays at 3-1. Does. You can hear the referee's whistle in the background. A hugely entertaining 45 minutes for some of the wrong reasons, because some of the defending early on was absolutely shambolic, but the entertainment value terrific, because Liston has got a couple of goals, Marcelinho has got 1, he might have had a hat-trick, and Andy Keogh has got his first goal here in India for North East United. But North East are trailing Hyderabad by 3-1.